Gerant has returned. Open the gate. Quickly, open the gate. Sir Gerant, what happened? What did you discover?
They are coming.
Hello and welcome to Best Left Forgotten, a deliberately uncanon actual play podcast. Welcome to our brand new Pendragon season, set in a world of chivalry and chicanery. My name is Jess Wolfendale and I am your GM.
My name is Miriam Feats and I am playing Wren de Fer.
My name is Nathan Quadrio and I'm playing Regimund Weirdwood.
Let's jump right in. Sunlight spills over the horizon, illuminating the lingering frost on tall blades of mountain grass that melt into dew and drip languidly into a nearby stream. The stream snakes downhill through overgrown woodland, eventually joining a river. The river continues uninterrupted until it breaks the tree line and splits around high castle walls, just now extinguishing their torches and changing the guard as the world around them awakens. The water passes around pails being lowered by farmhands who load them into carts intended for delivery to uphill crops and livestock, flowing further still to a ford, as a particularly stubborn mule is being encouraged to cross. A gaggle of children wade past, undeterred, breaking into a giggling, running pack as they head towards the sounds of revelry. Flags and banners of heraldry flap in the wind. Vendors open their stalls and haggle loudly with passers-by, promising lost artifacts of nearby kingdoms at bargain prices. Crowds gather around a fire blower, charring skewers of meat with columns of flame, gasping and clapping in delight. The children duck between legs to get to the front of the fighting pits as a herald announces the first match of the day. From the war-torn lands of Karakaloon, newly knighted only 6 months past, he's a tournament noob with something to prove, Sir Marvin II. A wide-shouldered knight in slightly mismatched set of armor raises his arm, which shakes only slightly. And his opponent, short in stature yet prodigious in prowess, fair of face and heroic of heart, the newest pride of Ascalon, the voraciously valorous Sir Wren de Fer. Miriam, would you please describe your character?
Wren de Fer is a very petite young knight. She maybe stands at 5'3", 5'4". Her armor probably looks half a size too big for her, and definitely is the same armor she wore as a squire when she was 13, and she just never kept growing. But underneath her helm, you can see the edges of very thick, luscious, dark hair and very fair, pale skin with wide eyes. As she steps forward, she has a shield across one arm and a sword in the other hand.
The weapons are short swords and shields. 1 flag for a hit, 2 for knocking your opponent down or their weapon away. Our opponents reset after each successful flag. You need 5 flags to win. If your opponent is unconscious or otherwise unable to continue, the bout is yours. Clear?
Flags.
5 flags to win.
5 flags to win.
Great.
Knights, stand you ready.
Aye.
Good people, stand you ready.
Aye!
Commence! And with that, a horn is blown and the 2 knights stalk towards each other, swords drawn and shields raised. So, we're going to go into our first combat. All right, so there are a lot of options for what you can do during a combat. However, for this one, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
You're going to try to hit them.
Yeah.
Would you like to just attack your opponent?
I would absolutely love to just try and attack my opponent.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll. You are attempting to roll at or below your number.
This is my sword number, isn't it?
Correct.
Yes. Ooh. That is a 12 under 14.
All right, we have an 11 under 15, in which case it becomes the higher number. Correct. So it means that you rolled a success, he rolling a partial success. So if we consult our table here, the opponent suffers damage minus armor and shield. So the first thing we're going to do, you are going to roll your weapon dice, which I believe is 46.
It's 46 plus 3.
Oh, amazing.
10, 16, 19.
19, amazing. That is above his knockdown threshold, so he's going to go ahead and roll a dex. And with an 18, he absolutely fails that. 19 minus 16 is 3. So 3 points beyond his armor and shield, but also you knock him down.
Do I get a flag?
With that, you get 2 flags for a knockdown.
Ren the Fair! Ren the Fair!
2 flags for Sir Wren, none for Sir Marvin.
Wren gets the hilt of her sword and bangs it twice on her shield.
As a squire enters to right the turtling Sir Marvin. And you recommence for the second round. Go ahead and roll.
I can't believe this is happening to me.
Like the second roll of the game.
And what was that?
It was a critical failure.
That is
a 20.
A natural 20 is a fumble, and we have a success on Sir Marvin's end, in which case he's going to go ahead and roll some damage.
Oh, this is so bad.
I don't believe that'll get above your armor threshold. That's only an 8.
An 8 will not get above
And it
my
won't
armor,
even go
and it
above
won't
your
even knock me
knockdown.
down.
Incredible. So what does happen, unfortunately, is he strikes towards you and the force of it catches you unawares and your sword flies out of your hand. And so he will receive 2 flags for a disarm,
disarming me.
but you do not take any damage.
All right. Can live for that.
You got it, Ren! Come on!
The score stands at 2-2. Next round.
A 10 under 14.
Incredible. 2 under 15 here. So you will have the higher success in this case. Go ahead and roll your damage as usual.
Not great damage from me this time. 13.
13 is under his knockdown threshold, so you will just receive 1 flag for a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to describe the hit for me?
Wren is feeling a little bit shaken after dropping her sword and so runs in and is probably a little less finesseful than she normally is. She's quite a dart in and use finesse kind of fighter, but sort of just runs in a little bit and attempts to come over her head and down over his head, but him being quite taller than her, I think just the hit does not strike very meaningfully at all and glances off his shoulder plate.
The score remains 3-2 in Sir Wren's favor. Next round.
It's an 8 under 14.
Wow, and a 17 over 15 here. Go ahead and roll some damage as you roll a success.
12 points of damage.
That's all right, because he rolled a failure. His shield bonus will not count, so you will deal some damage. It's not over his knockdown threshold.
That's right.
How do you get underneath his guard?
I think Wren has sort of stepped back, has taken a deep breath, is a little bit more aware now of how he's fighting, and I think is maybe noticing that he's taller than her and so is just moving a little slower than her, and she sees an opportunity and she's going to roll and get under the arm that's holding the shield and stand up right within his space and hit him with her sword.
And he is unable to block that. As you can see, it just gets underneath and a bruise is already blooming underneath his armor. The score is 4-2 in Wren's favor. 1 more point to win. Can she pull it off? Next
We'll
round.
find out. A 12 under 14.
Okay, a 7 under 15, in which case you are the successor. Go ahead and roll that damage just to see how much you win by.
Let's just see. 19 points of damage.
19. And he's going to roll to see if he gets knocked down. Manages to keep his feet.
That's
However, with that final hit, you do manage to score the win. What does it look like?
I think there's a particular move that she has been taught by her old sword master, and she's going to come right in on the inside of his sword arm, get her hand underneath his wrist and bring her sword down and over his sword so that he drops it, and then spins in and around and just cracks her sword against his chest so that he sort of steps back, stumbles, almost falls over, but manages to right himself. But she is standing atop his sword, pointing hers at him.
The crowd goes wild. Your arm is raised in the air, Wren. So Wren de Fair is victorious!
Ren, 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 Ren!
And as this cheer rises from the crowd, the same children shove each other playfully, then weave away once more. The event is even busier now. People moving like herds around various entertainment in the fields. A woman in flowing white robes stands atop a pair of horses, 1 foot on each, as they canter around a wagon stuffed with musicians playing a jaunty tune. A team of teenagers demonstrate drills with bow staffs, moving in sync, sharp cracks ringing out as the staffs collide. But there is a great cheer coming from the jousting arena that pulls the flock like moths to a flame. The spectators are packed tightly around the tilt yard, and the children find a nearby tree to climb, hanging off the branches like fruit and watching as the match is announced. My lords, my ladies, may I present the next competitors. First, a name well known to those acquainted with Camelot's history. This knight comes from a long line of steadfast warriors and is celebrated in his home of Dorset as an artist with the blade and a lord in the saddle. To the north, Sir Regimund Weirdwood, Knight of the Dorset Orchid. Weirdwood.
Yes. I know. Thank you.
Nathan, please describe your character upon their steed.
Regimund Weirdwood. Beautiful, glowing armor, inlaid with wonderful, intricate carvings of floral patterns, specifically of his Dorset Orchid from the home. He himself holds his helmet just under his arm to reveal his beautiful, curly, flowing golden locks, sharp nose, pouty lips, perfect for kissing, and piercing blue eyes. Regimund Weirdwood. And then, of course, he looks out over the women at the jousting arena and flashes them with that smile. And the chastity belts are dropping.
Go ahead and roll lustful for me.
I'm very chaste, actually. 3 under 7.
Perfect. As the women and several men in the audience do swoon. What does your horse look like?
My horse, the fine and powerful Brindlebone, black as ebony. This horse has never skipped arm or leg tape in its life.
I see it.
But those who are familiar with horses can see that Brindlebone has a very stern and focused manner. So, yes, while Regimund on top is waving at people, hello, yes, Brindlebone, dead ahead, totally focused, locked in, not bothered by anybody, not looking at anybody, knows where they're headed.
Brilliant.
I think it's worth noting, at this time, we rolled for distinctive features.
Yes.
And the distinctive features on my character is thick chest hair and smells like flowers.
Amazing.
So I love that it's a visual as well as a nasal experience.
Olfactory. And to the south, a knight whose skill in the saddle reflects his many years of service to the great kingdom of Logos. Veteran of the Great Battle of Lindsay, a gentleman among knights, Sir Ector of the Forest Sauvage. Wow! A knight in older style but gleaming armor upon a steady chestnut-roan horse in blue caparison salutes his lance as the crowd cheers. Whoa, 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 whoa! The points are 1 flag for a lance broken between the waist and neck, and 2 flags for a lance broken on the helmet. 5 flags to win. Knocking a rider to the ground will grant you the victory and your opponent's horse if they so choose. Knights, do you accept these terms?
Aye.
Then let the joust begin. A young squire drops a banner at the tilt and the horses leap into a gallop.
Ah!
So we're going to go ahead and both roll a charge roll.
Lovely. 4 under 10.
Woo!
I rolled an 8 under 15.
That is a very high charge compared to mine.
Yep. An even number on the dice and a success is going to be a broken lance on the head, 2 flags.
Oh!
And we will roll damage just for the knockdown chance.
Okay.
23, which is above your knockdown threshold. Go ahead and roll a dex check for me.
Fumble!
Is it a 20?
He's dead! It's worse than that, he's dead, Jim.
It's so bad on a horse. Give me a second. Oh, God. I don't even remember where this rule was,
In
but I
any
remember
other
it being
campaign,
bad.
Nathan and I both rolling a 20 on the die within the first 20 minutes of recording would be... It's never happened. But as soon as 20 becomes a fumble, we're going to roll it.
Oh!
What a terrible joust.
I mean, he's off his horse, right?
You fall off your horse. You take 7 points of damage, which you can record as your very first wound there. You suffer an extra 1d6 damage from the fall. An additional 5 points of damage, no armor protection from the fall.
Okay, that's another wound.
Yes, a separate wound. and then go ahead and subtract that from your current HP.
My stars.
As these two competitors gallop towards each other, just at the last moment, as you're raising your lance from the cradle, he manages to get under your guard. It catches you under the chin and flips you backwards off the horse, and you land on the ground. As the crowd cheers, slightly excited, slightly disappointed that this whole joust was only one round. The winner is Sir Ector! Ector! Your squire, Albin, rushes up to you and helps you to your feet and then runs after your horse. But he doesn't get far as you see Sir Ector pulling his horse up alongside you, holding your horse by the reins. Well met, Sir Regimund.
And to you, Sir Ector. I am honored to be beaten by such an experienced and skilled opponent.
He removes his helmet, passing it to his young squire. It's an older gentleman, maybe in his 40s or 50s, short hair, graying mustache and goatee, and these very sharp eyes. And he says, and who is this fine steed?
This here be Brindlebone, sired from my father's horse before him.
Well, would be ashamed to take such a one from you. You may have him if you so desire.
You're a man of honor, Sir Ector.
Of course.
As proceed you.
You both move towards the edge of the lists.
Change rooms.
Go into the locker room.
Down, slap me on the backside.
Do you require a surgeon? That was quite a fall.
Should I roll as discussed?
And yes, as you come off the battlefield, go ahead and roll a con check for me.
14 over 13.
Wonderful. We're going to go ahead and roll a d6 for me here.
That's a 6.
Which is nothing, I believe.
No characteristic loss.
Wonderful.
So I'm okay.
As the adrenaline leaves you, this sudden deep tiredness in your bones, you manage to keep your footing, but everything's a little bit more difficult to move through at the moment.
No, I believe I have the skills to manage myself, Sir Ector, for the moment, but perhaps I will take the rest of the day to enjoy the festivities.
Of course. Here, I thought you might indulge me. It's been over a decade since I had cause to be in Camelot last. I thought to take a tour of the town. Do you know it well?
It has been many years since I was here, 14, as it were. I came here as a boy. We stayed for nary a year, but I've been in Dorset since then.
Wow, that must have been close to its founding, yes?
Yes, my father was one of the founding members.
Well, then perhaps we shall find our way together. What do you say?
Oh, sounds good, Sir Ector. If I may have some time to rest.
Of course, let me get out of this blasted armor and we can go.
Absolutely.
Arthur, come help me stable the horse. Then you may go find Kay.
Arthur, what a fine name. Perhaps one worth remembering.
I'm sure it will never come up again.
Good day, Sir Ector.
And you go to prepare for town. Meanwhile, Wren.
Yes.
After your bout, you're offered a surgeon as well, but you have no cause for one. After you've had a moment to rest, you're approached by a young man, maybe in his early 20s, slightly curly dark brown hair, stubble of a beard growing in. Sir Wren, I hope you don't mind me introducing myself. I am Sir Kay of Camelot. I saw your bout earlier and I wanted to congratulate you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Have you competed in many tourneys before?
Honestly, this is my first one.
Oh, me too. I freely admit I noticed we were in the same bracket and thought to watch your match to study your movement. I hope that's not too dishonourable.
Well, I move quite well, so it's worth studying.
Perhaps we shall meet in battle tomorrow.
Perhaps.
Is this your first time in Camelot?
I think so. There's something about this place that feels very familiar, but I'm not sure.
I've only been here myself. My father sent me here to complete my knightly training and study under King Uther's bannersman. May he rest in peace.
Yes.
Of course, it's all been a bit chaotic since his passing. He lies in state even now, waiting for new king to decide where he shall rest. He's in the church right by the sword.
I'm nodding, but I have no idea who you're talking about. Should I?
King
No,
Uther.
the person who's dead.
King Uther.
Is it King Uther who's dead?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. No, I do.
You've heard of King Uther?
I have heard about
Okay,
him.
I wasn't sure how I was going to begin to explain that one, if I'm being honest, so I'm glad you cottoned on.
I did get a knock earlier, I think.
Understandable.
And behind you, Sir Regimund just stumbling like he's made of cooked spaghetti.
Well, if you've not been here before, have you not seen the Sword and the Stone yet?
That seems like an odd place to keep a sword.
That's an understatement. Come, perhaps I can show you.
Great, yeah.
Kay! A young boy, maybe 14, but quite small for his age, with sandy blonde hair, runs up. He sees you and blushes and then bows. Sorry, Sir Kay. Arthur, what are you doing here? My squire and my brother, who's supposed to be helping father this morning. Sir Ector's bout is complete. He's going into town and he told me to come find you. He's right over there. You look over and see the figure he gestures to, who you assume to be Sir Ector, engaged in conversation with another figure that you recognize.
Yes, it is wonderful, isn't it, Hector?
I'm sorry, is that Sir Weirdwood over there?
Oh, yes, it was just...
Is he quite all right?
He took quite a blow in the joust this morning.
Oh, no.
So glad to be in Camelot.
Do you know Sir Regimund?
He mentored me for a few months when I was travelling in Dorset.
Oh, wonderful. Shall we go say hello?
That would be fantastic,
Great.
yeah.
And you head over. Father! And you see approaching you, Sir Regimund, Sir Wren de Fair.
Wren,
Regimund!
it's been so many years.
It has been a while. How are you?
I'm stunning, and you?
I just won my first bout.
Congratulations. In sword?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad. So much growth since we last saw.
Yes, a whole inch.
And it sounds in your swordsmanship.
Yes, I'm getting much better.
I heard a rumor of a young woman unbeaten and unscathed. Is that you?
Yes, I mean, I've only fought once so far, but I didn't take any scathings, as it were.
Yes, well, I wish I could say the same, eh, Hector?
Just gigantic scrape, like graze on your face. Mm-hmm. I think you did quite well, young man. I'm sure you'll do better next time.
Unhorsed almost instantly.
Is Brindlebone all right?
Oh, yes, it'll take more than my foolishness to harm old Brindlebone.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I've had the pleasure. Sir Ector.
Wren de Fair.
Very pleased. I see you've made acquaintance with my son.
Yes, Sir Kay.
Sir Kay.
Yes, Wren mentored under me for a time a few years ago.
Ah, well, perhaps then, with such great skill in the sword and shield, that's what you should be competing in, Sir Regimund.
I can only hope so. I'm sure she's quite the jouster.
They had to find a special horse that was small enough for my legs.
We had to reach all the way out to Shetland.
But once I'm on the horse, it's fine. I do all right.
Well, we were just about to head into town if you'd like to join us.
Yes, I haven't seen... Sir Kay said something about a sword in a stone, which seems very strange to me.
Ah, yes, of course. Sir Regimund, have you seen it yet? Oh, it's your namesake, of course you must have.
Not quite, no. Unfortunately, the sword was not here when I was younger.
Oh, well, shall we then?
Of course.
All right. Arthur, if you could go do what you do.
Yes, Arthur, I'm sure you're not important to this story at all. Ta-ta.
No, I'm not. And he runs off. Don't remember me.
But Sir Kay, you are the one we have heard
Strapping
so much
young
of.
lad.
Absolutely. Have you been in combat this morning?
No, not yet. I'm not due until the afternoon. But perhaps if I advance, we shall be fighting each other, eh?
Sword and shield too.
Sword and shield, I do prefer.
Do you joust like your father?
I have done some such, not so much since I've been training here in Camelot, but I hope now the time and night, my next few years, shall see me compete in many tourneys.
Well, let me say it's quite a dangerous sport.
Yes, perhaps I shall get Arthur to set up the rings for a little bit more practice before the next one.
It's true, but with your father's skill, my hope is high for you.
Thank you, thank you.
You're a fine son, Sir Ector.
Right, well, the sword and the stone. You'll be aware that when Camelot was first discovered, almost 14 years ago, there was very little here. There was the ruins of a castle, the standing stones, and a beautiful willow tree.
Can
Indeed.
Wren immediately make some kind of... I don't know if there's a history check in this game, but...
Yeah, let's find it. Roll recognize for me. It's not what it's for, but
Okay,
I'm going to
cool.
give that.
My recognize is so low. A 4 and a 5.
Nice.
Something in that sparks your memory. Just brief flashes for a moment of this willow tree as it once was, its leaves dangling into the water, just completely set apart from everything around it. However, there was a great tragedy. And the settlers who took refuge here came to believe the willow tree was cursed by the ghosts of the victims, and so it was cut down. Then one day there was a great storm, and lightning struck the tree stump, petrifying it into solid stone. When the storm cleared, there was a sword lodged into its centre, and words carved into the rings. Whoso pulleth out this sword is rightwise king born of all England. Of course, King Uther wasn't particularly thrilled with this, especially when not he nor any of his knights could move the sword an inch. And so he claimed devilry, forbade anyone from ever touching it. But now he's gone, and we are without a king, so voila, open season. And as he says it, you reach this beautiful church you can see off to your right with the standing stones sort of slightly behind it in the distance. And then to your left, right by the river, is this huge tree stump, almost completely blocked by the small crowd gathered around it. As you see someone steps up onto the tree stump, takes the sword in both of their hands and attempts to pull it out. It does not budge an inch.
Yeah.
And everyone sort of gives him a clap, and the next person moves up.
So, Rector, if I may,
Of course.
my family tells the story slightly differently.
Oh, please.
You see, everything about the sword follows as my understanding, but of course, the willow was not cursed, but was in fact blessed. My last name, Weirdwood, was named after the tree.
Oh, interesting.
And why is it that you consider it blessed?
Well, there was potentially some strangeness originally. There may have been a slight glow or luminescence to the tree. So they say, and so my father says at the very least. We changed our name. He was perhaps a man who came into the town a few weeks or months after it had been more settled and ousted somebody who was perhaps taking advantage of others in the town. And so we saw that light as a blessing, and so we took the name Weirdwood. But of course, everything about the sword and the stone since then is as I have been heard it.
There we are.
It seems fairly strange that a sword just turns up and that sword is going to decide the King of England.
It's
Yes.
might strange. I think you've got it quite right there, Sir Wren.
Well, the history of Camelot is quite a strange one.
You're not wrong.
Those standing stones themselves, and he signals over many strange tales.
Witchcraft and devilry, as they say.
Well, yes, absolutely. I'm glad that the standing stones have well passed that now.
And yet we still retain the name for the town's guard, Watchers of the Stone.
Absolutely.
Of course, now everyone thinks we're talking about the sword and the stone, but it does predate that, in fact.
It all works, you know. There's a flow to language and history.
Exactly.
So beautiful.
And technically, it's not even a stone. It's petrified wood.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Wren, perhaps you should have a go yourself. The King of England?
I can see it.
I can certainly give it a try.
And
Yeah.
you approach. There's a small line, but most of the people here at the moment are either squires or peasantry that's travelled in out of town, not the local people who have had their sort of go in the last few months. And they sort of clear away as nights approach.
Yeah.
Would you like to take a stab?
Sure.
Or the opposite thereof?
Yeah.
The opposite thereof.
I think as well, Wren isn't actually doing this to make any real effort at pulling the sword. I think, it's fun and they've told me to do it, and I'm going to use that as a reason to be able to sort of like stand on this tree stump and see if I can pull a memory.
As you approach and step up onto the Weirdwood stump, place your hands upon the sword. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and roll spiritual for me.
Okay, let's give it a try. That is an 8 under 13.
At first, there's only the sort of uncertainty and the adrenaline around this. For some reason, it feels important. And then as you place your hands on the sword, a beautiful sword, even just the little bit you can see, you have to bend down less than others to be able to reach it. It's cold beneath your fingers, but as you take a moment, there's a tingle that travels up your arms, almost a warmth. And for a moment, you see, if it wasn't daytime, you'd say it was a firefly, glowing as bright as if it was night right in front of you in this pale blue. And it feels warm. It feels familiar. And then it's gone. The sword doesn't budge.
Alas, not the King of England.
So, Regimund, perhaps your namesake shall provide us a new High King.
Very well. And he steps forward And as he approaches, there's a bit of like a moment of pause before he climbs up. And he kneels, and he closes his eyes and places his hand on the petrified wood of the tree and says a prayer to himself, honoring his family, and just trying to draw this connection back to essentially where his namesake is. And then he stands and attempts to pull the sword.
Just go ahead and roll a strength check for me.
10 under 13.
You get a good grip on this beautifully inlaid sword, and you heave, and you are confident that there is no way anyone could possibly get it out of here. As you put your full strength into it, feel like you gave it quite a good go, and nothing happens.
As Wren said, not the King of England.
Shame.
I imagine you've had your try.
Kay says, yes, all the knights as sort of part of the hazing ritual almost brought down here.
My condolences.
So Ector says, I will happily live in ignorance about this one.
Are there any common folk giving this a go, or is it
Yeah.
just knights and squires? Okay, cool.
Absolutely. It's sort of become open season here a little bit. You think partially because there is no king currently ruling here. It's sort of a bit like whatever keeps them happy.
Yeah.
And, it's not hurting anybody unless a couple people have pulled muscles, but there's someone making a pretty penny off of that. And so Ector said, as you sort of make your way down, would you like to head into town, walk around a bit, or head back to the tourney?
I myself would like to head to the Standing Stones.
I was about to ask you. You said there were stories of witchcraft at the Standing Stones.
Indeed, some young women, strange, twisted, all tales, of course.
Well, I would like to hear them, if you don't mind telling them.
Certainly, there was a young woman, Alice, Elaine, I can't, and she led a group of young women, a series of ritual sacrifices, my understanding, if that's correct, Hector.
The Seven goes the old ghost story. That's what they called them.
And then, almost as fast as they came and rose to prominence, they disappeared.
Some say they cursed the place on their way out. Some say they rode off on broomsticks. Others say that they sacrificed themselves for a greater good. Each person will tell you a different story in the town.
Simply tales to victimize women.
Go off, King.
And what do you believe, Sir Weirdwood? Do you think they were witches?
Do I think they were witches? I think that our world is deep and interesting and full of many secrets that we're yet to understand. I think witchcraft is probably one step too far from me, but I think they definitely believed that they were engaging in something, perhaps a pagan ritual. Not my own experience, but clearly worked for them.
Well, I think I would like to see these Standing Stones
Absolutely.
as well.
I've heard so much from my father about Camelot, and obviously much of it has changed, but since it's my first time here, well, in 14 years, I'm very excited to see many of these famous sites.
Absolutely.
The tree, done.
Tick.
And then next,
The church we shall head through. And so you sort of head up the steps of this modest cathedral, as it were. There aren't a ton of people around it today, but you are able to head in through the church. You see a small line of people off to the side lining up to a closed room that Kay sort of points out as he sort of turns to Regimund. He's like, as I was telling Sir Wren, King Uther still lies in state here. There are some who have travelled to see him. I hear the gathered kings intend to hold council tomorrow. It's said they'll select a new high king. Whoever wins the grand melee this evening will likely be crowned. And then we can figure out what to do with King Uther. May he rest in peace.
may we see King Uther?
Of course.
If you're okay to delay your visit to the Standing Stones, Wren.
That's fine.
It is not often that one gets to survey the king.
Right, yes.
Just keep in mind that it has been a number of months, longer than one would usually lie in state, but he has been as well preserved as some may make him. And yes, you are able to, after a short wait, it's usually one person or one group in at a time. There are 4 honor guard sort of standing at each corner of the room as you enter, their swords drawn but pointed towards the ground. And in the center, you see a raised stone platform with a wooden coffin on top and this sort of thin glass placed on top. The entire room feels a little musty. It's obviously been well kept and dusted, but you are able to approach to a degree. and see in. This sort of older man, clearly worn by years of war and battle, heavily hardened. You can tell that he was someone who not only ruled but was also on the front lines of some of these battles. There's a deep scar, clearly healed, running down his left cheek, and his thinning grey hair is pulled back away from his face. You can see that his skin is sallow and gaunt. It's starting to pull in, starting to, despite their best efforts, rot a little. And yet you gaze upon him in his regalia, ready to be laid to rest.
Sometimes I feel like we hold the kings up as gods, and yet here he is. Is it safe to be holding him here?
He being under guard as he is, it is the safest place for him until we can find a final resting place. Shall we?
Indeed. I cross myself.
Wren looks a little bit unsure, but then follows that example and probably crosses the wrong way.
Great. And you head out through the other side of the church to this fenced-in area that encompasses the standing stones. These old, slightly mossy at the bases, clearly ancient, huge standing stones, arranged in sort of a loose circle. Some taller, some smaller, some thinner.
Are we allowed to, like, go up and touch them?
Oh, yes. The evening mass is not for a few days. They often put pews out here when there's larger communities gathering. But yes, please.
All right.
And Wren will sort of very slowly move through, touching the edges of stones, trying to pull pieces together in her mind.
You can go ahead and roll spiritual for me again.
Yeah, we'll give it another crack. It's a 7 under 13.
You sort of go around. Something about it feels very familiar to you once again. You don't get that same glow, as it were, but flashes of, maybe it was just the way that Kay was describing it, but pews being laid out, flashes of fire, flashes of blood. It could just be your imagination, but it's not a vision, it's a memory.
Yeah. They're very beautiful.
I suppose you could say that, yes.
I think out here they have this... There's a statuesque quality as they stand above you. It's so quiet, even with the festival going behind us.
It's funny. Decades ago, this would have been just a pagan ritual site, but it's brought a comfort to the people of Camelot. It's almost like the kingdoms brought together here, standing together. I don't know.
And really, how are we to know what they're for? You know, was it a clock? A calendar? Portal to another world?
I thought you didn't believe in witches and portals and all of that.
But I do love a good story, Wren.
One should always believe in fairy tales. As you make your way out, will you both be competing in the Grand Melee this afternoon?
Absolutely. I'm hoping I'm going to have more success there than I was on Brindleburn this morning.
Well, perhaps we may ride together.
Absolutely. I'll just direct us back. Right on.
And as your horses spawn next to you, we cut into the afternoon where the Grand Melee is being set up. 2 teams on the opposite sides of a large field. Your squires collect and distribute your blue armbands denoting your team, as well as your blunted weaponry. You're escorted to your unit, which consists of yourselves, Sir Ector, Sir Kay, 2 other knights that introduce themselves as Sir Horace and Sir Boris, and led by Leodegrance, King of Camelot.
Can I also have one identifying feature for Horace and Boris?
One is the greatest swordsman in all the land, and the other is not.
You're really proud of that one.
Sir Horace has a ginger mustache, and Sir Boris has a bald spot.
I think it's also important to note that even on her charger, Wren's head is still like barely at shoulder height of all of the other knights in the group.
So as your unit gathers, we're going to have a little bit of a taste of mass combat here. The first thing we do is we determine the morale score for the unit.
All right.
So if you each want to select a passion your knight is fighting for, it could be honor to demonstrate prowess, or homage or fealty to demonstrate your loyalty. Both of those would be applicable in this case.
Can it be love for my family?
Only if your family is here with you.
I think it's homage for Wren. I think this is her first tournament as a representative for her lord, and I think she wants to really make that count.
Fantastic. And what was your score in it?
15.
Because I've got homage for Uther, but I don't really care about him.
You can. It can be essentially like homage for like
Let's just do
your
homage.
lord,
That sounds
essentially.
easy.
And what score do you have?
The same, 15.
15. Wonderful. So it's going to be an average of 15 across the board there. Your morale will determine if your unit can push forward into more fighting, when it should retire to recuperate. High morale equals more time on the battlefield and more time to earn glory. So battles are fought in turns, which represents about an hour of time passing and encapsulates one encounter. So as your unit gathers together, horses dancing slightly under you in anticipation, King Leodegrance addresses you. When the horns sound, we shall charge forward to the closest unit. For those new to the game, we attempt to unseat, drive to surrender, or otherwise knock out the enemy unit, at which point they may be considered captured. I'll then call for retreat to escort the captured knights back to the Reset, or if an opportunity presents itself, push forward and send the squires back. The goal is to end the day with as many captured knights and horses as possible. We may be a small unit, but with enough valor and honor, we may achieve great glory. Are there any questions? Kay pipes up. Does anyone have a spare sword?
You don't have a sword.
That dolt Arthur left mine back at the tent. I sent him off to get it, but he has not yet returned.
You may take my spare.
Thank you.
But you owe me one, Kay.
I owe you more than I could possibly say.
If we meet in a joust, keep away from the neck area.
You have my word. Then, trumpets blaring in a great fanfare, you burst forth onto the field. As the other team comes into focus, you can see a group of knights from the northern kingdom of Gore dead ahead. Can you both please make a battle skill roll?
Oh, wow, that's bad.
Oh, no.
Good. This bodes well.
No.
13 over 5.
18 over 5.
Great, then you are going to fight the Knights of Gore. With your enemy dead ahead and chosen, Leodegrance signals a charge. You all soften the reins and spur your horses into a gallop and sail towards the enemy, weapons drawn.
Onward!
If either of you would like to roll for your passion inspiration at this time, you may.
All right.
Ooh.
17 over 15.
In sync. Everyone, as we head into this combat, can check their valorous trait as we mounted charge towards the enemy. Essentially, your action has been declared for you this round in terms of you've been asked to charge.
Yep.
So you're both going to roll a charge. Go ahead.
This went so well for me last time.
Yep.
Oh, God, this die is awful.
It's a 2 under 10.
It's a 16 over 10.
We're going to resolve with you first, Wren.
All right.
What did you roll?
A 2 under 10.
Fantastic. They rolled a 4. So they're going to succeed in this particular charge. However, they are withholding their damage.
Okay.
And because they're rebated weapons, this goes for everybody. Once we're finished all of these calculations, the damage is halved.
Okay.
We're going to start with just the base.
Okay.
15 damage. Is that above your knockdown threshold?
That is, yes.
Go ahead and roll a dex check for me to see if you get knocked down.
Hey. Yes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, straight up.
Okay, excellent.
We're knocked.
So that was 15 damage minus
Yes.
your armor and shield, which I believe is 16. So you don't take any damage from that.
Great.
However, it's one of your very first charges against an enemy of this kind, and you are knocked backwards off of your horse. You will take 2 damage, ignoring armor.
Imagine being knocked off your horse. What madness.
God.
I taught you better than this, right?
As your horse continues onwards without you, and you fall flat onto the ground. So, Regimund, what did you roll?
17 over 15.
All right, and with a 6 on this end.
Oh, wow. What are you doing?
Rolling good, baby.
Wow, you are rolling so... I'm rolling so badly.
These Knights of Gore, baby. 13, is that over your knockdown threshold?
No, my knockdown threshold is 14.
Fantastic. 13 is much less than your armor, so you don't take any damage.
Mm-hmm.
This sort of represents several rounds of combat, as it were. So you come up. Unfortunately, you're immediately knocked from your horse during this combat, and you scramble to go get him. Your squire's running after the horse, bringing it back.
Get the horse. Get then.
And the other knight is going, you're out. I got you. You're out.
Get the horse.
No, you have to surrender now. I got you. You have to come with me.
All right, calm down. Get then.
I'm going. I'm getting the horse. Everything will be all right. And you're sort of locked in combat with this guy. Unfortunately, you're unable to get the hits off. He's hitting you but not damaging you. You can tell he's holding back a little bit. And as you sort of manage to prepare yourselves for the next strike, there's some kind of commotion on the sidelines. Can you both roll awareness for me?
4 under 10.
3 under 12.
Amazing. Your attention is drawn away for just a moment. You see that there is a squire frantically waving his arms near some of the officials and yelling. You make out the words, "the sword." And then suddenly, in the middle of this combat, only minutes in, trumpets blare and the melee is called to a halt.
What's happening?
What?
Is this normal? Did we win already?
You hear clearly now, everyone stops and turns in confusion, sort of exactly echoing what you're saying. There's this young squire yelling, pointing frantically south towards the church. The sword! He's pulled the sword!
I would like to get my horse, get out of the melee, and ride to the sword.
And you're not the only one. Everyone just...
Wren's just like on her legs, just so far behind.
Can I, like in Lord of the Rings,
Yes,
pick up Wren?
scoop me up.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you can. Go ahead and both roll horsemanship for me to try to get there early for a good view.
1 under 15.
5 under 11.
Wow, beautiful. You guys are heading the charge towards the church. There's this huge crowd of people gathered. As you get closer, you eventually dismount just to be able to get to the front of the crowd. Your squire holds your horse to the side as you both move in.
Thank you, Alban.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, my lord.
I like that.
Like that one?
Yeah, I do.
You're very welcome, my lord.
Thank you.
And in the center of this crowd, you see the tree stump, the hilt of the sword, and several people stood behind, one of whom is the blonde-haired squire boy you met earlier, Arthur. Kay is not far behind you, pushing himself towards the front of the crowd. Arthur, what are you doing? As he breaks through, he begins to head towards the gathered officials. 2 guards approach to stop him. Wait, Lord Steward, you don't understand. He's my squire. One of the men standing next to the boy in dark, official-looking robes looks over at Kay, smirks, and says, "He's a lot more than that, Sir Kay." He turns towards the crowd. "Lords, ladies, citizens of Camelot, gather and witness. For months, the kingdom has mourned the death of King Uther, thrown into chaos by lack of leadership, of hope. This very tourney was called to elect a new high king, they who would rule over all of Britain. Today, we have found such a king." The Lord Steward steps back and gives the boy an encouraging little shove forward. The boy hesitates, blushing and flustered, unsure in front of so many expectant eyes. The cloud cover breaks for a moment, shining golden light down upon this moment. Then he reaches, grips the hilt, and in one smooth motion unsheaths it from the weirdwood. The crowd erupts, cheers of joy, confusion, gasps, protests. It ripples backwards through the gathered masses, spreading out until hundreds of voices ring out. The king! Who is he? He's the king, but he's just a lad. He pulled the sword. The Lord Steward takes Arthur toward the church, crowd parting to let them pass, surging forward to keep close as they ascend the steps, granting a view to all. Do you follow through, or do you sort of stay at the back as they move up towards the church steps for a better view?
I think I'll stay back.
I think I'm taking my cues from the person that I know and
Absolutely.
staying back. But I think as we do, I lean in and go,
I'm taller than the king.
I do wonder what right pulling a sword has to make one a king, especially a boy such as that.
Well, I mean, he seems okay. He was polite.
Okay and polite are wonderful, but not particularly kingly qualities.
The Lord Steward beams as they sort of reach the top of these steps. "I give you your king, King Arthur." And Arthur, finally starting to smile, hoists his sword aloft, just in time for the rotting, undead corpse of King Uther to surge forward and clamp his teeth into Arthur's shoulder. The cheers instantly turn to screams. As he wrenches away, almost by instinct, Arthur turns and cuts Uther down with the sword, which glows brightly, almost blindingly, then fades as Uther's body hits the concrete steps, dead once more, no trace of rot. The crowd sits in stunned silence. There's a moment where nothing at all happens. Then distant bells begin to ring out. Someone gallops up on a horse. "The gate!" they yell. "The rotten are at the gates!" And we zoom out above the crowd, over the muddied fields, over the main bridge leading to Camelot's township, where a horde of undead shamble towards the gates. And that's where we'll leave the episode. You've been listening to Best Left Forgotten. You can find and follow us on X, Instagram, and Blue Sky at Best Left Podcast, and on our Best Left Forgotten Facebook page, where we post updates, info, and additional content. A full song and artist list for this episode can be found in the description. Our cover art is by Irit Mogilevsky, who can be found on Instagram at irit.mog. Thanks to Jess Wolfendale, our editor, Miriam Feats, our social media manager, and Nathan Quadro, our producer. If you enjoyed our episode today, please leave a review and tell your friends.